challenge I have been facing. Every Sunday, since I'm not working out in the gym, the workout is not so intense. I'm just going for walks, two walks, two 45-minute walks. So most of the times I'm spending time at home. Last week it was cloudy and kind of chilly weather, so I did not drink much water. Today, again, I was mostly at home and I was engaged in work, which is not so, I was sitting at the desk, so I could not drink much water. So I'm left with so much. Somehow I have to finish it. Apart from that, everything is under control. Diet I am able to follow even on Sundays. Usually on a normal day, I would have a different kind of diet on Sundays, but from last 2 weeks, I have been able to follow it. And yeah, so today I just wanted to give a quick uh, details about what kind of diet I am following for this 75 hard challenge. A couple of people asked me what kind of diet I'm following, so I thought it's better I share what kind of diet I'm following. So to make it simple, of course, simplification is the best way to go ahead whenever it comes to your lifestyle or um, whatever you want to do in your life for a long period of time. Simplification is the key. If you keep on changing what you're eating, your structure of your diet every week or so, then it's difficult. Or let's say you're changing it every day, then it's difficult. So you need to, what I tend to follow and what I also suggest to my clients is whenever I give my clients a diet setup, diet challenge, a diet plan is follow this, and it has been very successful. I follow a certain fixed element in the diet and also a certain flexible element. The fixed element is in terms of your protein intake and your routine, what time you eat your meals. These two are very important. Whenever it comes to fitness, protein is one of the most important nutrients. And again, that is the biggest change that happens in your diet, especially if you're going to gym and lifting weights with an intention to build muscle and strength. You need to eat high protein diet. There is no other way. You cannot achieve, there is no other way to achieve what you want to achieve, especially if your goal is to uh, build muscle and strength. You have to eat high protein diet. And what I tend to follow is at least 1.6 grams per kg of body weight in terms of protein. And my body weight is currently 76, which comes out close to 120 grams of protein daily, and I'm eating a little more than that overall. Okay, so what I do is, also what I suggest my clients is, to have something called as protein fixes. Protein fix is something which where you choose, let's say my daily requirement is 120 grams of protein. I'll fix at least 100 grams out of it. uh, and I'll choose food items which are high in protein and fix these 100 grams of protein, and I eat the same thing on a daily basis. It acts as an ingredient, not but not the but not how I eat it. Okay, so let me explain how I go about it. See, for me, I have fixed these protein fixes. I'm a vegetarian, and I have to control my calories, especially now that I'm into fat loss. I have to restrict my calories. It is very hard for vegetarians to restrict their calories with all the natural. Sorry, a lot of people tend to use this term natural food, but but all the normal food items, that is the better term to use. Normal food items, vegetarian food items. It is quite hard. The only normal food item which is low, very quite low in calories, is soya chunks, which I don't like much. I use soya chunks, but I cannot. Uh, I cannot eat in more quantities. So I heavily rely on whey protein powder. So I am taking 3 scoops of whey protein on a daily basis, which gives me 72 grams of protein. And I eat at least 100 grams of any kind of pulses, like grains like green gram, um, Bengal gram, horse gram, it may be rajma or chana or Kabul chana, different pulses. So they that gives me somewhere between 20 to 25 grams of protein. Okay, so 72 plus, let's take it as 25 for the ease of calculation. That gives me around 97 grams of protein, and I drink one glass of milk daily, which ensures that I get at least 10 grams buffalo milk. So that becomes 107. And apart from that, I have 20 grams of soya chunks in the morning smoothie I take. I add 20 grams of soya chunks. That gives me another 10. So it becomes 117 grams, which is fixed. I take it on a daily basis. Okay, I'll never miss this. And once I fix this, I'll fix my routine, what time I'll eat my meals. Okay, and what I have been following for a very long time now is I eat 5 meals a day. First meal is my pre-workout when I wake up. Right after I wake up, I have this meal, or just before going to the gym, I have this meal, and I finish my workout. I come home, I have my breakfast smoothie, and then I have my lunch, I have evening snack, and I have my dinner. So that makes it 5 total meals, and I spread these protein fixes throughout these 5 meals, and rest all the food items I eat. I fix the quantity. I go. Earlier, I used to count calories, which becomes a little bit tedious uh, when you're eating with the family. The everything what is prepared at home is prepared for everybody. It is kind of tedious process. At least in my case, I initially when I started, it was me and my wife living together, and the complication was less, and everything we used to measure, and my wife used to measure and cook, and then she used to write it out on a piece of paper, and I came home, and I put it in an Excel sheet, and I did the calculation myself without using any kind of app. Okay, but now what I tend to follow and what I suggest my clients is to, once you fix the protein, the quantity of protein you have to fix, um, which is what you have to measure. You need to use a measuring scale, weighing scale, a small kitchen scale, which you get somewhere from starting from 300 rupees on Amazon. That's a good investment. So first meal of the day, what I have is I wake up, I have my coffee, and then I have one scoop of whey protein, two small bananas. This has been my pre-workout for a very very long time. Sometimes I may have some other fruit, maybe a guava or orange, something like that. But most of the times it is banana because it is quick and convenient. I finish my workout, I come home, and I have my breakfast. So for breakfast, what I do is, before going to gym, I soak 20 grams of oats and 20 grams of soya chunks, which I measure, of course, on a kitchen scale, um, and I soak it in hot water. So by the time I come back, it is cooked and it is already cold, and I put it in the mixer. I also, previous night, I cut one apple and two small bananas. This is most of the times, and I put it in the freezer. Somehow I like that texture when I put it in the freezer and I blend it in the mixer. So I put that. I put one scoop of whey protein again, uh, a little bit of salt and water to my liking, to get the right texture, right uh, consistency I want, and I drink that. It comes to about around 1 liter of smoothie. Um, sorry, which is very filling and also very high in protein, and I like it. I mean, it is very simple, and I never get bored of it. Sometimes I swap out apple and banana for maybe muskmelon, or sometimes I swap apple for pear, and sometimes papaya, but most of the times it is apple and banana. Okay, it is very filling, very high in protein, I get about 40 grams of protein in that one single meal. And um, why I did it is because our breakfast is very variable, and the calorie and the micronutrient profile is different for different breakfast items. So I wanted to make it simple and repeatable, and less, less varying. So that is why I have stuck with this one um, uh, breakfast option. Okay. And sometimes, since I'm doing 75 hard now, I'm doing the same thing daily. But on a normal, routine, I would eat something if my wife prepares idli or dosa. Dosa is my favorite. And maybe once or twice in a year, she'll prepare puri, which is also my top favorite breakfast item. But I have it only once or twice in a year. So any other breakfast item, when I feel like eating, I'll eat. Or let's say I forgot to bring banana, or my kids overate on banana, and I have nothing left for the smoothie. Things like life happens, and I don't. I'm not very rigid on that. I'll eat normal breakfast and have a scoop of whey protein. That's all. But now I'm extra cautious to make sure I have banana and apple or whatever I want for the smoothie. Okay. So lunch again, it's very simple. I always try to keep it simple. Currently I'm having one roti or chapati, jawar roti or chapati, with sabzi prepared from the pulses, good quantity, about 50 grams of that pulses. I mean raw pulses, which comes out to be quite a big portion. And I have a big portion of vegetable, a lot of curd, and chapati or roti, one chapati or roti, and a little bit of rice, about 75 grams of cooked rice. That's all for my lunch. And evening snack is one scoop of whey protein and two small banana. One thing I forgot to mention is after breakfast, I'll have a cup of tea with the normal cup of tea with sugar and everything. Um, and After I have my nap, I have my lunch, and I have my life. I'll have one cup of coffee. Coffee I generally take sugarless. That is how I like it, with milk, sugarless. And evening snack, I'll carry it to the gym if I'm going to the gym. If I'm going late to the gym, I'll finish the evening snack and go. So one scoop of whey protein, two small banana. That's it for me. Maybe sometimes I'll have a different fruit like orange or guava. Sometimes something else is there. Uh, but most of the cases it's banana, quick and easy, convenient. And for dinner, I have it same as lunch, one chapati or roti, um, pulses sabzi, vegetable sabzi, and I'll have a little bit of rice. Rice I can have in different way, dal rice, curd rice, lemon rice, puliogre, pulao, biryani, whatever form, but the portion size is fixed. And then after my dinner, I'll have one glass of badam milk. I'll put badam powder in one glass of milk and drink. Okay. So that is something I love to have at the end of the day, something which is sweet, and which caters to my sweet tooth, and also it's kind of soothing and very comforting if I drink a hot cup of milk at the end of the day. So this has been a routine. Uh, So in the 75 ever since I started 75 hard challenge, I'm not deviating from this. That's the only biggest change I have made. I'm following the same thing on a daily basis. I used to have sweets and ice cream, sometimes deep fried food items, whatever I feel like. You know, I used to munch on few things, whatever is there at home, whatever my kids are eating. And I've stopped doing it. I am not eating sweets. This is the condition I put for myself. No sweets, no deep fried food items, no chocolates, no eating outside, things like that. No eating junk, no evening, snacks and all, like the normal conventional snacks. I'm not eating anything. I'm having these fixed diet, fixed meals, and I've stuck with it for 2 weeks now. Uh, to update about my progress, I have lost. First week, I did not lose any weight. I started at 76.58 kg, average weekly weight, and then uh, first week, at the end of the week, I was 76.6, a little point zero 0.02 kg of weight gain, which doesn't mean anything. Uh, but this week I'm down to 76.24. So I have lost about 360 grams, uh, which doesn't seem much, but it takes quite a bit of calories to lose that kind of weight. I've like just to give you an example, 1 kg of body fat or 1 kg of body weight is equivalent to around 7,700 calories. Okay, so that means I have lost about 360 grams, which comes out to be around 3,000 calories or something. I just made a calculation, I forgot it. 2,700 something calories. um, I'm eating less than what I'm spending. Okay, in spite of two workouts, um, one workout in the gym in the morning and 45 minutes walk in the evening. I have been able to create only so much of a deficit. It came out to be around 350 calories per day, something like that. 350, 360 calories per day when I made the calculation this morning. So the next step is to create, generate a little more of gap between my energy expenditure and calorie intake. So probably I'll have to cut down on few things, whatever I'm eating currently. Maybe I'll get rid of the tea in the morning. Maybe instead of having two banana, I'll have only one banana. Maybe I'll have a smaller apple for my smoothie. Maybe I'll reduce a little bit of oats there. Um, I'll try different things and see how it works out. Whenever I'm ready, I probably in the coming week I'll start reducing my calorie intake because whenever we want to create more calorie deficit, we need to create more gap. We have two buttons to push. One is to increase your activity, do more physical activity, and two is to reduce your calorie intake. And currently my physical activity is capped because of the time limitation. I don't want to spend more time now at this stage, so probably I'll reduce my calorie intake in terms of consumption of food. So that was the update about my diet. I just wanted to give a detailed update because a couple of people asked about it. It's very simple. The formula is simple. You have to fix few things. No compromise on protein. No compromise on vegetables. No compromise on foods. This is what I suggest most of my clients. Um, Most of the healthy clients. Uh, there are people who have diabetes and stuff. For them, uh, we try to avoid certain fruits and all. Uh, Not all the fruits, but certain fruits. Uh, and then control the portion size of other things. You can fix it, like number of chapatis you eat, quantity of rice you eat, what else you eat throughout the day. Everything is portion controlled, instead of going with the 3D tedious process of calorie counting. I go with this approach. I go with the portion controlled high protein diet, and as per me, I'm getting somewhere a little upwards of 130 grams of protein now. So which is which meets my requirement uh, of high protein diet. And I keep the protein items fixed and start playing with the other non protein food items whenever I need to reduce the calorie intake. Okay, that was the update I wanted to give. Thank you so much for joining the live, or if you're watching this as a replay and made it so far, thank you so much for your time. uh, I'm really honored that you thought this is valuable to you and stuck with the video till the end. So thank you so much. I'm ending the live now. I'll come back tomorrow with a new live. Bye bye, and have a nice time.